What is up, guys? Today I'm gonna be breaking down this Veil fight. This is just gonna help you guys deal with aggro and topping the meter on Veil. As you can see, I'm not world buffed right now at all because we actually wiped on the first time on Veil because somebody pulled threat and breathed the whole raid. So I do top the meter on this fight, but obviously the DPS isn't gonna be too crazy without world buffs. Some things to keep in mind on Veil are you really want to use 5-set tier 1 so you can get the 10 extra energy. I'm actually using Hodge and DFT here. I should have probably maybe used Black Hands because even if your swords, like I raid as swords, I still equip a dagger so you can backstab like the whole time. The best rotation is, wait like 2 seconds for your tank to get aggro. You go backstab, backstab, slice and dice, and then only backstabs from there. It's not even worth to do any eviscerates or anything, just only backstab from there. And you should pre-pop your Blade Fury, like before you go in. I popped it a little bit after. It doesn't really matter because you're getting so much energy back, but you kind of want to pre-pop it just so you're not losing any energy ticks before you go in. So like when you're waiting for the tanks to get aggro in those 2 seconds. But the biggest thing to topping the meter on Veil has to do with lips and aggro. So you can really push your aggro with lips because here's the thing that lips can do. So say you're about to get aggro. You're at like 95% aggro, right? It starts getting sketchy because if you pull aggro, you could breath the whole raid. So right as you're about to pull aggro, you want to lip, because even if you're at 100% aggro and you're lipped, the boss won't attack you. It'll attack second threat. So right after your lip is done, then you vanish. And then after you vanish, all your threats removed. So even if you technically have aggro, you can still damage for, I don't know how long lip is. It's like 5 or 6 seconds or something like that. Maybe it's even like 7 or 8. But you can damage that whole time being like holding 100% threat. And you can go all the way up into 100% threat and then just watch when you pull them and then lip. It can be kind of sketchy because I wasn't really trying to kill my whole raid, because that can happen if he turns around and just breaths your whole raid when you aggro. But I did push threat pretty hard. I'll show you. So right here I should have pre-popped the Blade Fury. But see 2 point and then 1 slice and dice and then only backstab from here. And then basically you're just going to be spamming backstab and you're going to be watching your threat, right? So I see I'm climbing up. And you don't want to pass 100%, which would give you aggro. So once I start getting very, very high, let's see. See, now I'm getting in the red, 95%. So I'm lipped right here. I'm at 99.9% threat and I vanish. Right as my lip ends, I vanish and I drop all threat. And now that makes it so I can just backstab for the rest of the fight and not have to worry about threat at all. Because if I would have vanished earlier, when I was like at like 80% threat or something like that, that's more time that I would have to build my threat back up. And you don't want to have to feint on this boss at all, because you're going to lose a lot of DPS. And you can see, I'm doing like 800 DPS, which is not that great because I'm not world buffed. I'm also not dagger spec, so I don't have the extra crit. But just in terms of rating without world buffs and everything else, it's not terrible. And considering that all these guys are dagger spec as well. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. This is just little tips and tricks. You can also sapper on Veil if you want to do a little bit more damage. it will give you like, I don't know, like 300 to 500 damage, right? So it could increase your DPS by, you know, a little bit. So it can always be worth the sapper. You can sapper on every boss in BWL besides Flame Gore and Fireball, I believe. And then in MC you cannot sapper on Rag or Baron. I think you can sapper on every other one. And that'll also help increase your DPS as well. So if you guys enjoyed the video, please drop a like. Let me know if you want to see any other bosses, and I'll upload them. Thanks, guys.